Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Willie, and this is the encouraging word for today. And it's great to be back with you after our Christmas vacation as we go through these daily devotions together and look at God's word. And we're learning lessons from the life of King David. God is faithful. That's his character, a character of faithfulness. And he desires his followers to be faithful people. If you're a follower of Jesus, you should be known as a reliable, faithful, trustworthy person because you're reflecting God's character to people in your life. So a follower of Jesus should be faithful in marriage, in ministry, in friendship, faithful at work, in every area of life, even a faithful neighbor. Yet there is also a time for us to leave and take a new direction. And David teaches us this lesson. David's been called by God. He's been anointed by God. He's defeated Goliath. He's very popular, but he puts himself in the service of King Saul, in Saul's army. And he does his best 24/7 for King Saul. And because he does his best, and this is also a lesson, he rises to the top. People trust him. He's faithful, he's loyal, and yet Saul is controlled by a jealous spirit, and he has his eye on David for bad. He's convinced David's trying to take his place, but David has no such intention. They have many times where Saul tries to even kill David. David runs away, but they finally reconcile, and David still does his best 24/7. David's doing what it says in Romans chapter 12, verse 18. If it is possible, as far as depends on you, live at peace with everyone. That's a good verse to remember. Romans 12:18, and live it out. As much as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone in your life. Easy people and hard people. But a point came when Saul's behavior was unacceptable. It was violent. It was brutal. He was trying to kill David constantly. And so the time had come for David to leave and take a new direction, a new chapter in his life, a new season in his life. Listen to 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 42. Jonathan said to David, "Go in peace, for we have sworn friendship with each other in the name of the Lord, saying, the Lord is witness between you and me, and between your descendants and my descendants forever." Then David left, and Jonathan went back to town. David knew the time had come. The time of reconciliation had passed. He tried that. He did his best to live at peace with Saul, but the time had come where he had to leave. And my friends, that is such a hard decision to make. I'm sure it was hard for David. It's hard, especially the situation I've seen as a pastor is when a wife is being abused by a husband. There's always reconciliation, he'll change, etc., etc. But many times the wife has to leave the husband. A new season has come. Or an employee who's treated like a slave, unappreciated, or a church member who's the subject of wrong behavior by leadership or wrong doctrine, or a family or friend or a family member, like I've had that situation, who abuses the relationship repeatedly. And we come to a point where we realize it's time for a boundary. It's time for a separation. It's time to withdraw from the relationship and take a new direction. We need that at times. David teaches us that that is the godly thing to do at certain times. God doesn't want anyone to be abused. I know that's a word for somebody today. Is this a time for you to examine your life and see if there are situations where it's time to leave? So I pray for you today, if that applies to you, you would discern what time it is in your life. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we will be having a devotional entitled, Wait for Your Call to Manifest. Wait for your call to manifest. So until then, have a great day. Follow the Lord. Put up your boundaries if necessary. And I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you.